Hey guys, thank you for tuning back into this week's episode. Make sure you don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also, if you guys would ever want me to speak on a specific topic, you can write us at dailychop@gmail.com or on Facebook at Alex Martinez Daily Chop or on Instagram at Going Hard. Thank you guys. God bless. So, I love to hear your comedy. You always be putting some funny stuff online, bro. Where do you come up with it at?
Dude, it just comes to me, man. I spent a lot of time like being on social media and reading a bunch of negativity.
Yeah.
And I've always been like the comedic friend, so I just got tired of reading the negative stuff. So I mean, the only way to beat negativity is to be positive.
Right. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing because you make me laugh, bro. I'll wake up and I'll go to share something and I'll see your post and I'll just bust out laughing.
Yeah, that's why I do, man. Because I mean, life is hard. So I mean, why make it harder being an asshole to people? Excuse my language.
No, you're good. I completely agree with you, bro. Like, it's too short to be mad at your rest of your life. You know, in saying that, man, I feel the one thing I feel like I've come to a positive conclusion on. Earlier, you said the word bitter, and you experienced some bitterness as a child, and I kind of want to reflect back on that because that was the key word I was telling you I couldn't think of. But I found that when I found myself in the deepest part of my bitterness was that I had not learned forgiveness yet, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you hold anger, for me in my case it was hate. When I held hate in my heart, I couldn't figure out why I was so angry and why I was so bitter. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I was just really mad all the time. And for no clue, I couldn't figure that out until I found out that forgiveness is a thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I couldn't actually start to like fully recover mentally until I forgave my father for never being there. And obviously I'm never going to forget him not being in my childhood or my life at all. And it's something that you can't forget, somebody not being there. But right. I can forgive him, and I can be a better parent than he is when I do get blessed with kids of my own.
Yeah.
Like actually being there and being present.
Right.
That's what I've made a goal to myself, and whenever I have kids, I'm going to do everything that my father didn't do.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I love that you have a relationship with God. You know, I see that, and that's dope, man. What brought you into faith?
My mom actually. I grew up in going to Christian schools when I was in kindergarten and first grade, so I've always had that solid foundation of faith throughout like my struggles and everything, and that's honestly what kept me going and what made me be able to come to recovery.
That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. So the Bible says that, you know, if we raise our children up, you know, in His Word, you know, it'll never depart. And that's awesome, man. So just remember, when you do have that blessing, don't forget to raise them up.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
Keep them coming back, man. Do you attend a church anywhere?
Yeah, I go to Emmanuel Lutheran in Findlay.
Okay, awesome, bro.
Yep, I'm actually pretty prominent member of the church. I do choir during the winter time, and also help out with the meals and whatnot when we have meals for the church.
Sweet. You sing?
Yeah.
Dude, I wish I could sing, bro. I'm a horrible singer. The only time I sing is like in the shower.
Yeah, throughout my entire life, everybody in church, the church choir, always told me that I needed to join, but I was always in my own head and full of my own shit, so I never actually got outside of myself to be able to do it. And last year when I found recovery again, and it's not my first time in the recovery journey. It's been a part of my life pretty much my entire life. But this time I actually got more deep rooted in my faith instead of just, talking about it, actually doing the work.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, man. You know, David, if you look at David in the Bible, he had so many, things that he would fall short on, but the Bible, God called him a righteous man, and that's because David would always, he knew he had accountability for himself, just as you say, and he would always go back to God and ask for forgiveness. This man cheated. This man plotted murders. You know what I mean? This man, he did all kinds of things. But the one thing that the one thing that saved him is that he had faith, and he always, cried back out to God. And that's why they say that, God said that he was a man after his heart, So that's awesome, bro. Yeah. Keep faith and keep God at the center of everything.
Absolutely.
It's all going to come back around. You're doing great, man. I mean, honestly, I'm this year, I am going to be 5 years clean from amphetamines.
Nice, dude. Yeah. Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. So never be ashamed where you come from, man. God's got something for all of us. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Just got to put in the work and the time to, he'll meet us there.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'll meet us halfway for sure. So I kind of want to move back into discipline, structure, and values.
Okay.
Because like I said, I feel like that's just a huge thing in America right now. And I'm sure it's a tough subject because you've got the parents that are like, oh, not my kid.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, they're the soft parent, gentle parenting, I think is what they call it now.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, man. How do you feel about that?
I think it's bullshit. To be quite honest, that's how you create more school shooters is by being that soft parent. And I'm not saying like whoop their ass all the time, but definitely like have some structure and have some like strict rules and don't your goal is to be their parent, not their friend.
Man,
and you're going to be their friend eventually, but you're first and foremost is you're their parent, not their friend.
Right.
I think that's what a lot of parents forgot about is they want them to be liked by their kids. They're gonna like you. They're gonna love you regardless. You're their parent,
right?
You shouldn't have to focus on that part of being a parent. That's gonna come naturally.
Yeah,
have structure and show them love, and when you do discipline them, let them know why you're disciplining them. Which I think that's where a lot of like parents fail at too. They'll discipline them, but don't
never elaborate.
Yeah, they don't explain why they're getting disciplined. They're just beating their kids.
I feel like that was like a huge problem we had growing up. Was that we could get disciplined, right? And it was just like, well, because I said so.
Yeah, yeah.
But there was no real elaboration of why we should or shouldn't have done something. Similar to the fact of like the conversation about sex with kids, I guess my mom just never really elaborated to why not.
Right.
It was just don't do it.
Yeah.
And okay, well, what are you telling you to don't do it? It's like having a candy bar in front of like don't touch it.
Right.
Well, I mean, why? It's just why not?
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? You got to teach. But there was this, I don't know the exact percentage, but I think I posted about it the other day. I think that's why we have this kind of the reason of kids raising kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been no talk about it. And so it's just been, we have, I'm sure there's probably been a 13-year-old before it's had a kid.
Right.
14, 15. Like, that's crazy, man. And then how is it? Your frontal lobe hasn't even developed.
Yeah.
You have no logic center yet. Dude, that's crazy.
A lot of that, unfortunately, has to do with their parents. They see their mom sleeping around, so they feel like they can do it too. And
Yeah,
I see it all the time, and it's sad.
It is sad because the one thing that we were missing is like everybody's always told us like lead by example, but I don't think any of us has really thought about it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, what do you mean lead by example? But no, it's kids tend to let things come in one ear and out the other, but when they watch you do it, it sticks harder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Actions always speak louder than words.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
that's a good way to put it, bro. Yeah, for real, 100%. So, into the one thing that I'm sure, well, I know that you know a lot about is how important structure is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like, what is your thoughts on that? Because I know in the school, there's structure there, but what about at home? You know, my thing is like, as I work in behavioral health, you can have a kid come and you can work with this kid, right? But when he goes home, he goes right back into the same situation. So, you know.
Yeah, there has to be like structure at home, and I feel like that's what a lot of parents fail at too. They use that school for the structure, and like they can learn whatever at school, but if the parents don't help the kids apply what they learned at home, it's useless.
Useless. Yeah. Like, wow. But I'm glad you guys at Demolition Fight Team are out there because you guys help provide structure where there's not.
Yeah, the Demolition Fight Teams definitely it helped change my life. It definitely it put me on the right path. I know if I wouldn't have found them, I'd either be in jail or dead.
Wow.
Yeah, I was down a very, very destructive path in life, and watching all of my friends die around me that I used to party with.
Man.
I've probably lost at least a good quarter to a half of my graduating class from drugs and alcohol.
Whoa.
Without Demolition Fight Team, like I already know that I definitely would have ended up in jail, either from like my anger or my drug use. I was on a very, very destructive path and I didn't care.
Yeah.
Like that was the biggest thing. I just didn't care about anything or anybody.
Yeah, it's a scary point, man, when you get to that point.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, you feel like you have nothing to lose at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary for people, bro. People don't understand that. And what were some of if you could give any advice to parents out there, single moms that are struggling that may listen, what would you say could help?
Just don't be your kids' friends. I mean, be their parent first, but be there to listen to them, to their problems, and try to be as unbiased as possible. If they're coming to you with a problem, listen to their problem and and if they want advice, give them advice, but don't try to force the advice or your opinion down their throat. It could just be wanting somebody to vent to and don't really want any sort of feedback. They just want to get stuff off of their mind and off of their chest. And if you're constantly like not really belittling them, but offering unnecessary information on their opinions, unless, I mean, they're coming at you like sideways, and then you need to interject and be a parent. But if they're just venting to you and what they're venting about isn't causing any like sort of concern or anything, let them vent.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what a lot of kids struggle with, is they don't really have that person they can vent to because their parents want to be their friend first. So they feel like if you're your friend first, you don't want to hurt your friend's feelings by coming and venting to them. Versus if you're like their parent, they know that they can come to you for anything.
Right. Yeah, I feel that, man. Yeah, it's hard parenting these days, bro, for sure. I know that, man. 100% it's hard parenting these kids. What is the most, out of all these values we talked about, what do you think is missing the most in America?
Accountability, man.
Yeah.
Nobody is accountable anymore. Nobody.
No, dude. Literally not.
Whatever the left does, they blame on the right, and whatever the right does, they blame on the left, instead of just taking accountability and owning up to it.
Yeah. Yeah, that is crappy, bro. There's definitely a lot of lack of accountability out here. I feel like that gives the kids even more reason to make excuses and not fix themselves too.
Yeah, I mean, it's, in my opinion, it's all a government ploy to keep us all divided, because as America, they don't want us to be united, because that's where the power's at.
Right.
And if they can do whatever they can to keep everybody separated, for Democrat, Republican, whatever the case may be, then they're not going to have true power.
No. United we stand, baby. United we stand, yo.
I mean, that's the one thing that they did learn from in history is, and they don't want another repeat of the Revolutionary War,
bro. And that would be scary. You know, they say history says that the Civil War was the bloodiest war, and that was way back when. I couldn't even. Could you imagine now?
Yeah,
it's like sick as people are, bro.
Right.
This place would be.
Oh, it'd be horrible.
It'd be horrible. It'd be a mess.
Yeah.
I don't even want to imagine it, to be honest.
No,
not at all. Especially, you know, I love the city, bro, because it's so convenient, but I would be scared of the city.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be scared of the city in a time like that.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Complete civil unrest.
Take me out to a cornfield, bro.
Right.
Man. What is, how do you feel about society and culture these days?
I mean, society as a whole, I think we have potential. And I've see on the news that we're starting to ban stuff that's actually causing cancer and everybody else. Right. About freaking time.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like as a society, we're starting to get more woke to the health issues that are caused in America, and are wanting to be more healthy and grow our own food and be self-sufficient instead of having to use the government to support us.
Dude, definitely, bro. I'm also happy that they have been talking about the ivermectin and stuff like that. Have you heard of ivermectin? Ivermectin is it's like a parasite cleanser or dewormer, and so they're using this ivermectin and stuff like this, and it's killing cancer. It's to kill worms and stuff like tapeworms, gut worms, parasites. But they're starting to realize that some of these cancers are like parasites and worms and stuff, bro. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was something wild.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the culture of America right now?
I mean, it's pretty diverse. Not necessarily good diverse, because, I mean, you have all the people that like to categorize themselves in their own little their own little special category. But overall, I mean, that's the great thing about America, though, is we have all of those freedoms to, identify as a cat if we want to.
right. I feel that.
I don't agree with it, but I think that it's cool that as America we can do that and not have to face ridicule and all the other stuff that would happen in other countries if you tried to do that.
Oh yeah, dude, the amount of freedoms I feel that people take for advantage,
Yeah, I had to remind my best friend out in Montana, because there were some people protesting, and unfortunately they had an American flag upside down, and we're both full-blooded American, we're some patriots, it pissed us off.
Heck yeah, dude.
But I had to remind him that they have the same freedoms that we do. They weren't being disrespectful. I mean, other than having the flag upside down, they weren't being disrespectful, yelling at cars. They were practicing their First Amendment right.
Right.
I had to remind my buddy, I don't agree with it either. I would like to say some choice words to them too, but they're not hurting anybody.
No.
Until they try to hurt somebody or be violent, then
absolutely,
let them be.
Yeah, I feel that, man. I've been asked that question. I got asked that question a lot when they were kneeling at the football games, the NFL, and I was like, well, it's their right. As much as I don't like it, it's their right It's what I fought for. You know, I fought for our rights. They're peaceful protesting. It's not.
Right.
I don't agree with the protest they did, but they're not hurting anybody. They're not being stupid, blocking a roadway,
right,
holding traffic up where you want to just like, dude, get out of my way.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever happened just to holding the sign up, like, or, you know, if you schedule it to like, we're going to block off this road or something, you know, like,
right.
Let everybody know. We understand, but don't sit there and like make people like try to run past you because you're blocking up, or make a sheriff, like the sheriff in Florida was like, oh, like, you know, if you're in there blocking the road, hit them. It's like,
right.
What?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, in protest, you have to have some common sense in protesting, especially nowadays. Like, everybody has their own opinion. You got to know that, like, whatever you're protesting about, you're going to have somebody upset.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter whatever you're protesting against. Like, you're going to have people that they don't even care. Like, they just see you protesting, so they're against it.
Right. I feel that. That's so true. Well, man, we're getting about to that time to wrap it up. I greatly appreciate you being here, man.
I appreciate you having me. It's
been
a blast.
It has. Let's do it again.
Absolutely.
I want to hear some more stories from the ring.
Absolutely.
And you traveling around, and some stories from traveling around doing it.
Absolutely, man.
I'm glad you had a good vacation, and enjoy it, because I know it's back to work sometimes.
Oh yeah.
So, thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Once again, if you have another conversation or you just want to share a word, man, holler at me. We'll do it again.
All right, brother.
Take it easy.
Yep.
Hey guys, thank you for tuning back into this week's episode. Make sure you don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also, if you guys would ever want me to speak on a specific topic, you can write us at dailychop@gmail.com, or on Facebook at Alex Martinez Daily Chop, or on Instagram at Going Hard. Thank you guys. God bless.